McGregor did. It's really a trick. He gets these people to box with him. They have no business boxing with him, and he's making millions and millions of dollars doing this way after his competitive career is over. He needs that money. That money has to keep coming in if you're going to live like this.
It's absolutely, he needs money.
You think he's going
Once
broke?
again, come on. Fighters like that always go broke.
Because everything that he says is about money. There's nothing else. There's no values. There's no...
What if one of boxing's biggest legends isn't telling the complete story? Joe Rogan sparked major debate after publicly questioning Floyd Mayweather's claims about owning dozens of buildings worth hundreds of millions of dollars. For years, Mayweather has proudly displayed an unmatched luxury lifestyle, presenting himself as not only an undefeated champion, but also one of the most successful businessmen in sports. His statements about massive real estate investments impressed many fans, but others began wondering whether those numbers could actually be verified. Joe Rogan didn't criticize Mayweather's accomplishments inside the ring. Instead, he focused on the financial claims themselves, arguing that extraordinary statements should be backed by convincing evidence. According to Rogan, expensive cars, private jets, and social media posts don't automatically prove ownership of enormous real estate portfolios. His comments quickly ignited discussions throughout the boxing community, with supporters and critics offering completely different perspectives. Some analysts suggested that publicly available information does not clearly confirm every figure connected to Mayweather's property claims, while others pointed out that many successful investors keep business details private, making outside verification nearly impossible. Supporters argued that the absence of public records does not necessarily mean the investments don't exist, while skeptics believed the available evidence simply wasn't enough to support such remarkable numbers. As the debate continued, attention shifted away from championship belts and undefeated records toward credibility and transparency. Regardless of where the truth ultimately lies, there is no denying that Floyd Mayweather built one of the most recognizable brands in boxing history through unforgettable fights, record-breaking pay-per-view events, and years of financial success. The real question has never been whether Mayweather earned extraordinary wealth, but whether every public claim accurately reflects reality. Joe Rogan's remarks only fueled an argument that continues to divide boxing fans around the world. Was he exposing exaggerated claims, or was he simply challenging a larger-than-life public image that has become part of Mayweather's legacy? That question remains unanswered, leaving fans to decide for themselves what they believe.
So Floyd is just piecing him up. Boxed up by literally the greatest boxer of all time. Floyd was just boxing him up, which is what he does. So that's what's interesting is Floyd's making more money than anybody, and he's boxing people who have no chance of beating him. It doesn't even hurt his record. Also money. He needs that money. That money has to keep coming in if you're going to live like this.
It's not that expensive though, but
He's only 46. But he does this with everything, man. He's got $1 million watches.
I don't think he buys every pair.
You think they give them to him?
Yeah, because then you get a video like that.
Right. That's smart.
And then you get Floyd's Air Force Ones given away for charity. That's a tax write-off. And all sorts of things that goes into
Yeah, you
that.
got a good point. But those $1 million watches, they're not giving you those.
As Floyd Mayweather's career evolved, many fans noticed a clear shift in both his image and approach. The fearless, action-packed fighter gradually embraced the identity of Money Mayweather, placing greater emphasis on business, wealth, and financial success alongside his achievements in the ring. Joe Rogan has suggested that this transformation changed the way Floyd presented himself, arguing that the spotlight moved away from delivering exciting fights and toward building an empire centered on money and self-promotion. Rogan also remarked that Mayweather often projected confidence by speaking dismissively about his opponents, creating a larger-than-life persona that generated attention both inside and outside the sport.
Floyd went from being like a really exciting pressure fighter and he had a bunch of hand problems to like Money Mayweather, start talking, just boxing people's faces off. No more hand problems, much more money.
Yeah, I love what he's doing too, beating up these YouTube guys.
It's crazy.
I love it.
It's so funny that these guys are willing to get beat up by him.
Well, I think they're all delusional.
And one of the reasons why people watch him fight is not because he's like Mike Tyson, just goes out and destroys people. They like watching him fight because they hate him. Because he talks so much shit, and he's like, look at my $1 million watch, look at my fucking jet, look at my house, look at this. He's like constantly showing you all these things that he has Like he'll lay out watches in a hotel bed. Like this is $1 million worth of watches. This watch goes for $2 million. And they're like, this is my small watch that I take sometimes, but when I'll show you, when I'll show up, I bring out the big boy and it brings out this watch that's covered in diamonds. It's like $5 million. And so you hate him.
Joe Rogan has also argued that Floyd Mayweather's reputation today is often linked as much to his enormous wealth as to his remarkable achievements inside the boxing ring. While Floyd remains one of the most recognizable fighters in the history of the sport, Rogan believes his success should not automatically translate to other forms of combat. Discussing the possibility of Mayweather competing in mixed martial arts, Rogan has repeatedly expressed the opinion that boxing skills alone would not be enough, suggesting Floyd would struggle against experienced MMA athletes because the sport demands a completely different set of techniques, making adaptability just as important as elite boxing talent.
Floyd Mayweather applying for MMA license wants 6 to 8 months to train. He's screwed. First of all, they should give him everything they can get their greasy paws on, get him to fight Conor in an MMA fight.
You'd be screwed.
It's not just getting screwed. Like someone said it should be 1,000 to 1. That's not high enough. It's not high enough. If Conor McGregor was going to fight Floyd Mayweather in MMA, it is as close to 100% as anything ever gets ever. He's probably going to punch Conor in the face a couple of times. It's probably going to suck, but Conor's going to get a hold of him. And then he's going to be like a baby. And if that doesn't happen, he'll kick Floyd's legs out from under him. He'll kick his legs sideways. He'll kick them from the outside. He'll kick them from the inside. He'll stay way the way from any sort of a range where Floyd can punch him. It'll be a completely alien range for Floyd.
In another conversation, Joe Rogan reflected on a story alleging that Floyd Mayweather had enough influence to see a referee replaced during a fight. Rogan presented the story as an example of the extraordinary level of respect, authority, and star power Mayweather has earned throughout his career, suggesting that only someone at the very top of boxing could be associated with such a claim. To Rogan, it illustrated how Floyd's fame, business success, and financial influence have become deeply connected to nearly every aspect of his career, extending far beyond what happens inside the ring.
The referee said Floyd Mayweather hit him behind the head. So Floyd fired the referee in the middle of the bout. Floyd throws this punch, and he's 100% correct. The punch landed the side of the head. It's a right hook. It's a perfect punch. And the referee was saying, watch the back of the head. He's like, what the are you talking about? And so he kicks the guy out, and they bring in a different referee who finishes the fight. It was insanity.
According to Joe Rogan, Floyd Mayweather's relentless competitive mindset was shaped long before he became a world champion. Growing up in a family deeply rooted in boxing, with both his father and uncle pushing him to constantly improve, Floyd developed an intense drive to succeed in everything he pursued. Rogan believes that same determination helped build Mayweather into one of the sport's most dominant fighters during his prime. Over time, however, that competitive mentality appeared to extend beyond the ring, influencing the way Floyd approaches business, financial success, and the image he presents to the world.
You'll just look at boxing in terms of like how often you get hit versus how often do you hit the other guy. He's the best ever. The way him and his uncle and his father talk, I imagine they were always super competitive from the time they were young.
Yeah.
Like he grew up being super, like they're super competitive. They're competitive about talking. They're competitive about all kinds of things. So it's like that hive, like growing up with that all the time, and the boxing skill.
Floyd Mayweather has made bold claims about earning around $3 million every month, even suggesting at times that his income surpasses that of some of the world's wealthiest individuals. While statements like these have generated headlines and fueled his larger-than-life image, many financial observers and boxing analysts have questioned whether the figures are realistic. They argue that, based on how boxing purses, pay-per-view revenue, and business earnings typically work, such numbers are difficult to verify and may not accurately reflect consistent monthly income. As a result, these claims continue to spark debate among fans and industry experts alike.
And Floyd Mayweather says he makes $300 million a month, which is $3.6 billion a year. He makes more money than Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, all of those guys. So I say all that to say this. The money that Canelo was looking for, they can easily come up with that money. Floyd Mayweather got it.
Well, Listen, let me put it this way to you. If he makes what did he say, 300 million a month?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm 6'4" and 240. And I know I'm 5'8" and a half and 240. So there you go. There's no way. If he makes $3 million a month on his investments, that's a lot. 36 million a year. That's a lot. So I know guys that are worth, $500-600 million, plenty of them, and they don't make $36 million a year, let alone 300 million a month. So there you go.
Floyd Mayweather has never hidden the importance that money plays in his life and career. He has often spoken about building long-term financial security, saying he hopes his children will continue the business mindset and success he has worked to create. According to Floyd, his ultimate goal is to establish generational wealth that benefits his family for years to come. At the same time, this strong focus on financial success has drawn criticism from some observers, who argue that his public image places greater emphasis on wealth and business than on the values and many fans traditionally associate with sporting greatness.
I believe in building generational wealth. Even like when my children, all 4 of my children are adults. And I told them, no more handouts. Because I feel like I'm hurting my children just by, I give them money, they go shopping, they put gas in their car, they party, they come back, I need money. I give them money, I buy them houses, I buy them cars. Told them, listen, if you guys go to school or you work in one of my businesses, then you can branch off, get your own business, and I'll put the money up to help you start a business, but I need you guys to take what I've already started and triple and double that, and then I need my grandchildren to come behind you guys and do the same thing.
Despite earning enormous sums throughout his career, Floyd Mayweather has also faced public allegations involving unpaid money and financial disputes. One of the most widely discussed claims came from rapper 50 Cent, who alleged that Floyd owed him $2 million related to a business arrangement made while Mayweather was serving time in jail. According to 50 Cent, Floyd asked him to help manage promotional responsibilities, leading him to invest his own money into the project. After Floyd's release, however, 50 Cent claimed that Mayweather distanced himself from the agreement and acted as though no such arrangement had ever existed. These allegations have remained part of their long-running public feud, although the claims have been disputed and have not been established as fact.
We brought them over. I brought them over while Floyd was, still incarcerated. Yeah. Then he comes home. There's the Let's Get Floyd Back in Pocket campaign that goes on, where it's $300,000 chains being bought and buying the new Lamborghini and all these new things, and I'm sitting there going, yo, when you gonna give me the money?
Because you're already invested.
Right, like when you gonna give me your half of the money back. But I ain't trying to press him because he just got out of jail. Right. So it's like, let him cool his heels before you.
Was that in the millions?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you sitting there big, and I'm like, yo, so when, but see, the fighters are an asset in themselves. They are that talent, regardless. Right. So I'm looking at him going, so there ain't no pressure there, but I'm saying, when is he gonna say he wants to, to give me the other half of it? Why I gotta ask you for it?
Right.
And then when
are we talking over $2 million?
It's about that.
Oh, okay.
At that point, it was, invested in.
All right.
So look, he goes, when he finally does bring up the actual the situation, he acted like he didn't know anything. Like, I didn't tell y'all to do that. I didn't tell you to do that.
Oh, man.
And I'm looking at him, and he looked in my face and he told me to do that.
50 Cent continued to criticize Floyd Mayweather long after their business dispute became public. He claimed that many people within Floyd's own circle were unhappy with the way he treated those around him, arguing that Mayweather had become overly focused on money and personal success. According to 50 Cent, Floyd's constant emphasis on wealth, luxury, and status often overshadowed everything else, making it difficult, in his opinion, for people to look beyond the image he projected. While these remarks reflected 50 Cent's personal views during their well-known public feud, they added another chapter to the ongoing debate surrounding Mayweather's public persona.
So the money's really gone?
Yeah, that's what you think. It's get the money, spend the money.
All that money?
And it took, it's been 2 years.
So is it just his overhead is so high on a day to day, month to month? Like
I don't even want to talk about it. Like with the lifestyle, that money's gone. Trust me. Now it's like you call him, he'll be at your local hostel in a nightclub because you need that action right now.
Do you think step back in the ring?
I think you got to right now because the money gone.
Floyd Mayweather's financial controversies have extended beyond longtime rivals and critics. After their highly publicized exhibition bout, Logan Paul publicly claimed that he had not received the full amount he was expecting from the event. The allegation quickly gained widespread attention, with Logan expressing frustration over what he described as delayed payment, despite the fight generating significant global interest and substantial revenue. While Mayweather disputed aspects of the situation, the disagreement added to the ongoing public discussion surrounding his business dealings and reinforced the perception among some critics that financial disputes have become a recurring part of his public image.
Why fight Logan Paul?
Name another boxer besides myself that's more famous than Logan Paul.
Tyson Fury?
What? I want you to look up Tyson Fury, how many followers, and look up how many followers Logan Paul has.
Logan Paul, 56 million. Tyson Fury, 4 million.
So 50 compared to 4 something. I can fight a fighter right now, guarantee myself 35 million. Or me and Logan Paul can go out and entertain and have fun and make 100 million or more. So if you were me, you gotta look at 35 million for 12 rounds and 100 for 6 rounds. Big difference.
Oscar De La Hoya has also weighed in on Floyd Mayweather's financial situation, suggesting that Floyd's occasional return to the ring may be motivated by the desire to continue generating income. De La Hoya has argued that even some of the highest-paid fighters can face financial pressure after years of extravagant spending, pointing to the expensive lifestyles that often accompany fame in professional boxing. Considering Mayweather's well-known passion for luxury cars, designer fashion, private jets, and lavish displays of wealth, De La Hoya believes those expenses could explain why Floyd continues accepting exhibition bouts long after retiring from professional competition.
Floyd Mayweather fought another exhibition against Gotti last Saturday. A real the crowd booing in the arena at the end. But in the middle of the second round, Floyd literally had the referee swapped out. He didn't like that the referee told him to stop hitting behind the head. Floyd is used to having the refs do whatever he wants, and he wasn't getting his way this time. It was so embarrassing. Floyd, you're 50 years old. You're a legend in the sport. I've stood up for you in countless interviews, including Shannon Sharp's podcast last week. But you have to stop embarrassing yourself with these exhibitions. I know life is hard. I know life is expensive. But come on, dude, put your legacy first. Nobody wants to remember you like this. And it gets worse. Your jeweler filed a lawsuit against you in Miami. And many are saying you're gonna have to sell off your assets. I hate seeing this happen, bro.
Floyd Mayweather has made headlines countless times for his extravagant spending habits, frequently showcasing luxury items that reflect his larger-than-life lifestyle. Among his most talked-about possessions is a watch reportedly worth $18 million, along with a collection of high-end timepieces that he has claimed numbers in the hundreds. While these displays of wealth continue to capture public attention and reinforce his Money Mayweather image, they have also fueled ongoing discussions about whether maintaining such an expensive lifestyle is sustainable over the long term, even for one of boxing's highest-earning stars.
How much is it?
$1.8 million.
$1.8 million watch.
$1.8 million, dude?
You're the first to see it. That's insane. That 1.8 is high. Ooh. 18 life.
That happy birthday, champ.
That's how we doing.
That is sick, dude.
But you gotta show him what he's saying.
Money green.
No, hold on. This watch was made specifically for the champ, Floyd Money Mayweather. 101 piece.
One of one.
Money team.
Can we see it on him?
Yes, sir.
That one of one.
$1.8 million.
It's a one of one. I love that.
Joe Rogan has also described the fight between Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor as a business move driven largely by financial opportunity. After retiring from professional boxing, Mayweather returned to face the UFC star in one of the biggest crossover events in combat sports history, with reports estimating an enormous payday from the blockbuster matchup. Rogan suggested that the event was less about proving anything inside the ring and more about capitalizing on global interest and generating massive revenue. To many observers, the fight further reinforced Mayweather's reputation for turning his fame, marketability, and business instincts into extraordinary financial success.
Okay, so your new contract, you wanted no extensions. That's one thing.
Yeah, that's one thing.
Okay. What was one of them? The ability to box?
One of them was the ability to box. They said that wasn't an option. Boxing is dead. It's not possible. This and that.
Now, what does that feel like to you, knowing that Conor McGregor did it and fought Floyd Mayweather and made $100 million?
Yes, gentlemen, let's do this.
A bitch, nigga, that's that shit I don't like. No. Sneak designs, that's that shit I like.
Floyd Mayweather has never hesitated to speak confidently about his own achievements, often saying that no boxer in history has matched everything he has accomplished inside and outside the ring. His self-belief has become a defining part of the Money Mayweather persona, helping build one of the most recognizable brands in combat sports. At the same time, his frequent comparisons with other boxing legends have divided opinion, with supporters viewing his confidence as deserved, while critics argue that his bold claims often invite skepticism and fuel ongoing debate about his legacy.
Still waiting. Well, I think I'm separated now. You know, I don't think there's no boxer in history that has accomplished what I've accomplished. Not bragging or boasting, just speaking the truth. I take my hat off to a lot of legendary champions, you know, that paved the way for me to be where I'm at in the sport of boxing. But that was their era, and this is my era. Had a tremendous career. And we got young fighters that's on the rise, that's under our banner. The ultimate goal is to find the next Floyd Mayweather that can break my records.
After taking part in a high-profile exhibition with Logan Paul, Floyd Mayweather later criticized Mike Tyson's decision to return for a fight against Jake Paul. That contrast quickly caught the attention of fans and commentators, with some arguing that Floyd's position appeared inconsistent given his own participation in crossover bouts driven by major financial incentives. Supporters defended Mayweather by pointing to the different circumstances surrounding each event, while critics viewed the comments as an example of applying a different standard to others. The debate added yet another layer to the ongoing discussion about money fights and how they are judged in modern boxing.
When you watch something like Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, what is your reaction? When you're watching boxing for free, you can have millions and millions and millions of views. But when you're watching Floyd Mayweather, you have to pay. I think WWE is good for Logan, and Jake Paul, easy. At 48, too easy.
Mike Tyson has also been open about his opinion of Floyd Mayweather, saying that he isn't a fan of the way Floyd presents himself after retirement. Tyson suggested that, despite stepping away from professional boxing, Mayweather continues to draw attention by frequently showcasing his wealth and success. Those remarks added to the ongoing conversation surrounding Floyd's public image, with supporters viewing his lifestyle as a reward for years of hard work, while critics see it as unnecessary self-promotion that often overshadows his accomplishments inside the ring.
You don't think there's an opportunity to land a big punch on Floyd?
Let me tell you something about Floyd. This is what I don't like about him either. No matter whatever we say about him, and it could be true, but he's in that gym. He's a rat. He retired, but he stayed in the gym. He can't help it. It's just he don't do drugs. That's his heroin. The gym.
Someone told me this. They say he does not. He doesn't have a vice. Yeah. He doesn't have a vice.
No, he does. The gym.
The gym.
The gym.
Floyd Mayweather has always approached his career with a strong business mindset, turning his boxing success into a global financial brand. From the early stages of his journey, he understood the importance of promotion, self-marketing, and controlling his own image. However, the methods behind his pursuit of wealth have also attracted criticism and sparked debates about transparency and responsibility. Allegations surrounding financial disputes and questions about certain earnings claims have led some observers to question whether the image of success always matches the full reality. For critics, Floyd's story represents a debate between building a powerful brand and maintaining complete trust and credibility along the way.
Floyd Mayweather is the most successful boxer in history with a 50-0 record, and one of the wealthiest athletes of all time with $1 billion in earnings. But I bet you didn't know it all started with a $750,000 bet on himself. Here's the wild story. In 2006, Floyd Mayweather was 10 years into his boxing career and earning over $5 million per fight. At the time, Mayweather was signed to Bob Arum's Top-Rank Boxing promotion, a partnership which saw Arum get 25% of Mayweather's fight purse. But Mayweather wanted more, and in 2006, he turned down $8 million to fight Antonio Margarita and said he deserved $20 million to fight Oscar De La Hoya. Arum wasn't happy and wouldn't pay up, so Mayweather paid the $750,000 exit fee in his contract to leave Top Rank. Mayweather then went on to promote his own fights, earning a percentage of every ticket, hot dog, and beer sold at the event, and most importantly, all pay-per-views sold. And just 1 year later in 2007, after leaving Top Rank, Mayweather made $25 million for his win against Oscar De La Hoya. Now that's what happens when you bet on yourself.
That's where we leave the story for today. Floyd Mayweather's journey remains one of the most fascinating and debated careers in boxing history, filled with incredible achievements, massive success, and endless discussions outside the ring. Stay tuned for more stories, controversies, and untold moments from the world of boxing.